Putin and the rise of the American right. While Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky was on the Hill this week, many Republicans were cold to his demands for increased U.S. aid. It's the latest manifestation of the American far-right's support for Viktor Orban's consolidation of power in Hungary and Vladimir Putin's project in Russia. Andrew Marantz, a staff writer for The New Yorker, is a guest on the Washington Roundtable to talk about his work covering the far-right political gathering in Budapest last year, PAC Hungary, and the reasons why conservatives in the United States are drawn to Putin and Orban. You can see the connections, even if you're not a conspiracy theorist, says Marantz. As an example, the Don't Say Gay bill in Florida was modeled after an earlier Hungarian law, which was modeled after an earlier Russian law, the Ron DeSantis administration has acknowledged. In this case, then, nobody is really trying to hide the ball. On this week's episode, Marantz is joined by staff writers Susan B. Glasser, Jane Mayer, and Evan Osnos. Russian President Vladimir Putin will not be running on a party ticket this time around, but rather as an independent, according to Reuters, December 16, citing the state-backed RIA news agency. Putin, who has served for over 20 years in various capacities as president or prime minister, has now declared his intention to run for re-election in March 2024, a race he is widely anticipated to easily win, according to a senior UR party official named Andrei Turchak, who was quoted in the report. He has the full support of the ruling United Russia UR party, but he still refuses to run as a candidate for the party. Detailing the situation, RIA cited Sergei Mironov, a senior member of Putin's backing Just Russia party, as saying that Putin would run as an independent. Putin appears to be cruising to victory with the backing of the state-run media, and virtually no opposition from the general public. We can be sure he will win. Some of Russia's influence that was lost during the Soviet collapse has been restored, along with national pride and order, according to Putin supporters. What Putin terms a special military operation in Ukraine, his supporters argue, is a justifiable war. The space for dissent has gradually shrunk due to a years-long crackdown on critics and opponents, reinforced by comprehensive new laws on fake news and discrediting the army. As a result, critics and opponents of the war have been sentenced to long prison terms or have fled abroad. Putin apologized for the high cost of eggs and reiterated Russia's position on Ukraine during his annual press conference in Moscow earlier on December 14, during which he had an uncomfortable encounter with an AI double.at. The press conference. Putin takes part in an end-of-year Candé session with reporters and Russian citizens who have called in from all over the country, based on feedback from the agency. Discover an expansion of advantages. All of your news and insights, including a personalized newsfeed, real-time stock tracking, and insightful newsletters, are at your fingertips. Come on in.